So I put my video on as well. Okay, hopefully others will join as we go along, so we'll make a start. So we'll make a start then. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So welcome back to week 3. So this week we're gonna do social interaction. So these classes are recorded and this will be on YouTube. So our class is every week from 5:30 till 7 o'clock. So some people might have got the time wrong. So inshallah, we need to make sure that we join on time. So we'll start with the dua. So we have this surah to recite because it is a good surah which will help us with this week. So Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ مَلِكِ النَّاسِ إِلَهِ النَّاسِ مِنْ شَرِّ الْوَسْوَاسِ الْخَنَّاسِ الَّذِي يُوَسْوِسُ فِي صُدُورِ النَّاسِ مِنَ الْجِنَّةِ وَالنَّاسِ. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we seek his refuge and protection from the man. He is the king of the man, he is the god of the man. We ask him protection from the evil and the whisperings of shaitan, who whispers into the hearts of men, and he takes the form of the jinn or the men. So this surah is very good to ask Allah's protection. So if you don't know this surah by heart, then I recommend that inshallah you learn this surah by heart. It will be very helpful for you. So I would like to congratulate all of you. If you do know that today is a special day, it is the day of the wedding of our first Imam Ali alayhi salam with Bibi Fatima Zahra salamullah alayha. So it's a very happy day for all of us. So many congratulations. So if we didn't have this coronavirus situation, we would have had Jashan programs and celebrated with the whole community. But we can now celebrate it in our home, inshallah, with our families. So this is the outline for today. Wa alaikum assalam. So we got the setup, the start, the previous week's homework. We'll do importance of family. We're going to look quality of a friend and using free time. So these are the 3 topics we're going to look at today. And then we're going to finish with a Kahoot and a feedback. So previous week's homework. So your task was to find the number of verses and words in Surah Fatiha and Ikhlas. So you can either raise your hand to answer that question, or you can type it in the chat box. So how many verses are in Surah Fatiha? First question. And how many words are there if you did count the words as well? So let's see who's got the answer for this one. So you can either speak or you can type it in. Yusuf, that's correct. Hadi, that's correct. Ishal, that's correct. Very good. Did anyone do the words as well? How many words do we have in that first surah? There's more than that, Hadi. So Hadi's got 25 words in the surah, the first surah. Zaina?
There are 7 verses and there are 29 words.
In the first surah?
In Surah Fatiha.
Okay. I found the number of verses are correct. It was 7 verses, but the number of words I found was 74 in total. So maybe we had different count. So the number of words I counted was 74. The number of verses in Surah Ikhlas. So how many verses? We don't have to remember how many words are in these surahs, but it was just extra for you to find out. So it's good to know how many verses there are. So in the first surah, which is Fatiha, is 7. in Surah Ikhlas. How many verses are in Surah Ikhlas? So Ishal has got it correct. Hadi, that's correct. Okay. So this one, again, we have difference on words. I don't know why. Maybe we didn't count the Bismillah Rahman Rahim as a part of Surah. That's why we have the different in words. So I have 4 verses and 24 words. So maybe we can check the number of words again. So some of us have more words and some of us has less. But the number of surahs are correct. So we have 7 verses and 4 verses. So well done to all of you who did that. And the next part of your homework was to do the names of the prophets mentioned in the Quran. So hopefully you have learned them. So can somebody mention 1 or 2 names of the prophets that they have learned? Zaina?
Prophet Adam, Prophet Noah, Prophet Idris, and Prophet Saleh.
MashaAllah, that's correct. Very good. You've learned about 5 now, I think. Yeah, very good. Let's have Hadi. Yes, Hadi.
Can I share the homework I did for it as well? And it has all the prophets' name written on it.
Yeah, so how many prophets do you know by heart?
25.
You know all of them?
Yes.
MashaAllah. Can you give me 3 or 4?
Okay. Prophet Adam, Prophet Noah, Prophet Ibrahim, and Prophet Yusuf.
MashaAllah. Very good. Well done. Well done. And we have from Yusuf, we have Prophet Musa, Prophet Adam, Prophet Idris, Ishal. It's got Prophet Isa, Prophet Muhammad, Prophet Nuh, Prophet Adam, Prophet Ibrahim, Prophet Yusuf. And let's see, Abbas. Abbas, which ones do you know?
Prophet Idris,
Yeah.
Prophet Adam, and
And name of our prophet?
Prophet Muhammad.
Very good. Well done, mashallah. Well done to all of you. Okay, so that was your task. So if you managed to learn name of 1 or 2 new prophets, so that's very good. Well done. Okay, and then the last part was to practice salah with your parents. So if you know how to recite it, you recite the words with them. If you don't know, then you just stand and practice, do the actions behind them. So if you have done that, then well done to you as well. So Ishal says, I practiced with my mother. Well done, Ishal. So if you have practiced it, that's very good. So we'll do a register. So those of you who are here, so please type your name in the chat box. Okay, some of you, I have your name in the participant list. Please type your name in the chat box. So some of you are using your parents' account name, so then I don't know who that person is. So please type your name in the chat box. I'll use that as a register to see who attended, inshallah. Okay, so part 1 of the session today, inshallah, we're going to do importance of the family. Okay, so why is family important? So this is the first activity for you. So how many people are in your family or home? So we can see like how many people we have. How many cousins do you have? Do you know? With the Asians family, we tend to have lots of cousins. So let's find who's got the most number of cousins. And then why do you think family is important? Okay, so these are the 3 questions. So you can either type your answer in the chat box, or you can raise your hand and I will unmute you and then you can give me the answers. Any answers you don't like to give, you don't have to give. Okay, so put the question number, please. So put number 1 and then the answer, number 2, the answer in the chat box. If you just put the number, I don't know which one you're referring to. Okay, so we got 15 cousins. Nabila, 16, maybe that's cousins or number of people in the family, I don't know. Number 2, 27 cousins, mashallah. So the highest number so far is 27 from Zaina. 28 cousins, Manahil. We have 4 family members, 4 family members in the house, 8 cousins, 0 cousins at home. Yeah, at home you could maybe you'll have no cousins living. 3 family members, 4 family members, 5 family members. Okay, so majority of us have 4 family or 5 family members. Dua Zahra?
I have a question that do we have to include like our grandparents as well?
So in the first one, I would like you to include your family, those who live with you in your house.
Okay.
So if that's your grandparents as well, you can count them as well.
Okay.
So we have 7 cousins, 4 family, 5 family members. And then we have answer for the third one. Family is the single most important influence in a child's life. So Hadi says family is very important for our life. Zaina says they help you. Yes, that's very good. MashaAllah. So I think the highest number of cousins we had was 28. Over 100 members, MashaAllah. MashaAllah. We have over 100 from Sayyida Fidya. And for the answer for third, she says, family are important because they care for you. Very good. Family can support you, Yusuf says. Ishal says, we can't live without family. MashaAllah, very good. Yeah, for mine, we have about 8 family members. And then cousins, I know at least 20 to 25. And there are more cousins, but I don't know them. So we tend to have big family, mashallah. And regarding why family is important, mashallah, you have all given very good answers. So they are helpful, they're caring, they help you grow. Nabiha says, family is very important because they help us in difficult times. Very good. Mashallah, that is correct. Ishal says we cannot live without a family. Very good. Mashallah. So as you know most of the answers already. So importance of the family. So here are some extra ones. So some of you have already mentioned this. So they are the first and most important point of call, always. Okay, so these tend to be the people who are very close to us. So the first family, like your parents, mom and dad, your brothers, sisters. Okay, so these are the main close people who we can count as a close family. Sometimes it can also be your grandparents who live with you. Okay, so these should be our first point of call because they, as Nabiha says as well, they will always help us at the time of difficulties. Although we may like fight with our brothers, sisters sometimes, okay, but still, if something bad happens or if something is happening and they see that we are in trouble, okay, they will stand with us, they will help us. So whenever we have any happiness or difficulties, our family should be the first point of call who should we share with. Okay, we should tell them, I'm happy with this or I'm sad with this, can you help me? They make us feel secure and loved. Okay, they don't want to be with us because we are rich or because we're going to give them something. Okay, they don't expect anything in return from us. They just want us to feel safe and loved. Okay, they love us, that's why they are with us. So they are very important. They are the best place to help us grow. Okay, I think it was Hadi who says they are there to help you grow in life. Okay, so they're the best influence in your life. So they help you become the person you are because that's the house you live in, that's where you learn. Yeah, so if you have a house where everyone loves each other, where everyone cares for each other, so that's what you become. You become a nice, honest, and kind person. Okay, if you have a house where people fight, then we get those characteristics. Okay, so it's good that they help us develop. Okay, in the Quran we have that a family is the place of rest. So whenever we have something difficulty, when we are worried, we go to home and we find a place of rest. Family are the ones who remind us to remember Allah. They help us connect with Allah better. Anything we do for our family, Allah will love us more. Okay, family in terms of Islam is very important because Allah loves those who do that. And we can see this from the hadith of our Prophet. He says, one who wishes that his sustenance be increased and his death delayed, then he should pay attention to his kinsfolk. So our Prophet says that if you love your family, if you look after your family and people around you, then Allah will make your death delayed. So you will die later, you will live longer. And then he will also give you rizq. You will have more barakah in your life. You will have more blessings. So that's how important it is in terms of the importance of the family. And most of the others, all you mentioned, they are helpful. They help in the time of difficulty. They're all there as well. Alhamdulillah. We have this book. Okay. If you may have not heard about this, you may have. This is called the Treatise of Rights. Okay. In Arabic, it is called the Risalatul Huquq. It is by our fourth Imam, Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam. In this book, Imam talks about the rights of everything, a lot of things. So we have the rights of Allah, the rights of body. Did you know that every part of our body has a right? Like our eyes, lips, mouth, ears, hands, heart, okay? Our body, every part of our body has a right. Rights of our actions. So the actions we do, they have a right. We have to follow those rights. Rights of the family is mentioned in there. Rights of the leaders, okay? Rights of others, companions, neighbors, older ones, younger ones, those who ask for something, and many more. There are in total 51 rights. This book is not for your age, okay? Because this is for those who can read, so it is good for your parents. But because we're talking about the rights of people, so you just need to be aware that we have such a book in Islam, where our Imam, our Masumin are giving us guidance. Okay, so we are going to look at the rights of the family from this book to see what are the rights of a mother, a father, okay, and siblings. Okay, so somebody wants to see the light slide. Okay, here's the light slide. Okay, so the rights, we're going to look, inshallah, for the rights of mother, father, and siblings from that book. Those parents, if they want to read the book, they can find it on alislam.org as well, online. Okay, so what are the rights mentioned for a mother? Okay, so a mother is very special in Islam. They are our everything. Okay, they carried us when nobody else carries. So for 9 months, they had that trouble. Okay, they looked after us. They had hard sleep time, they had hard eating time, and many other more problems. Okay, you can speak with your mother what troubles they had when you were with them. Okay, so how much they loved you. They gave you the fruit of their heart. So they care for us as much as they can. Okay, they give us clothes. Okay, they feed us even at the times when they're hungry and thirsty. Okay, so even now, like even when you grow up, you can even ask your parents now if your grandmothers are there, your grandfather parents are there. You can still see that how much your grandparents worry about your parents. Okay, so that love and for the child always stays there. They give up their sleep for you. So if they have maybe only one bed, if they had one bed at that time, they would put you in a nice comfy bed and they would sleep on the floor. Okay, if like at night times you would get thirsty, you'd get hungry, they would just wake up and waste their sleep and give us nice food. They would give us, protect us from heat and cold. So these are what our parents have done for us. So we have to do the same for them, for our mother. Okay, we cannot truly thank our mom unless with the help of God. Yeah, for the amount of things that they have done for us, we cannot thank them unless God wants us. And if you remember this hadith we did in book 3, where the Prophet says that the heaven lies under the feet of our mother. So they have that level that Allah has put the heaven under their feet. So if our parents make a dua for us, okay, all our actions will be accepted. Okay, if our parents are not happy with us, no matter how good we do, okay, we will not get anywhere. Okay, so the rights of father mentioned in the book, he says that the father is the root of you. So remember, like we have a tree, we did a Suluddin. So we have the root of the tree, and we have the branches of the tree. So if you don't have the root, the tree will die. Yeah, so a father is like that. So if your father is not there, you wouldn't be there. So where we're rich in life, because our fathers, they work so hard, okay, they sacrifice everything, they help us to reach, become the person we are. And the more you grow, okay, you will see that your parents do lots of work for you to help you become better and better and stronger in everything you do. And we see that, so when you see something in yourself which makes you happy, you should know that your father is the root of that blessing. So it is your father that has come. So we should thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for such a beautiful blessing. The Prophet says, if you remember this hadith as well, if your parents are pleased with you, then Allah is pleased with you. Yeah, so our parents are very important. So if we want Allah to be happy with us, we have to make sure our parents are happy with us. So that means we have to listen to them, we have to do our homework, we have to do our tidying up at home, we have to do any other things that our parents want us to listen to, behave, and so on. Okay, any questions? Dua?
I don't have a question, but I want to tell something to everyone.
Yeah.
That once my mom told me that when someone comes in our house, that means when that day someone or guest comes in our house, that means Allah is happy that day.
Yes.
Allah is happy from all of us, but we don't know why He is happy. But my mom told me that when some guests come to our house, Allah is happy then.
Yes, that's correct. We also have to, that whenever you can help someone, okay, if you are able to help someone, that is a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, so that means that Allah is happy with you. For us to be able to help someone, even that needs a blessing. Okay, so only special people can help other people. Like for example, if you are in a classroom, yeah, and then your teacher sees that you're a very good girl or boy, you're very responsible, and you'll do everything they can ask you, then your teacher will ask you, okay, because you have done your work, you're very good, can you also help this person? Or can you help me with this? Okay, because they see that you're responsible. So the same is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when He sees that we are responsible people, we are good people, we have done all our actions properly, we are following the rules that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to follow, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will tell us, okay, you're a good person, now I want to give you extra responsibility. Can you also look after this person? Okay, so as Dua said, that sometimes when a guest comes to our house, so maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sending those guests because He's happy and He wants us to look after them as well. Okay, so the rights of our siblings, so brothers and sisters. Thank you, Dua, for sharing that. So you are each other's hands and strength. Okay, so brothers and sisters are each other's hands and strength. Okay, they're supposed to help each other. So we should use each other as a means to listen to God, okay, and help others. Wa alaikum salam. Okay, so as a means to obey God and help others, not as a means to fight people or do something bad. Okay, we should help each other and give each other good advice and words. So if one of us, for example, those of you who are older and have younger brothers and sisters, you can advise them. You can tell them, like for example, in school studying, if they're struggling with the homework, you can tell them, this is how you should do it. This is how you can do it. Okay, you can help them. And if you have an older brother and sister, you can ask them, like, I don't understand this bit, or can you help me, please? Can you tell me what can I do? How can I do this task? For example, a homework, and so on. Okay, let each other share. Okay, so love each other and share with each other. Okay, a brother and sister must always love and share with each other. Sharing, okay, if you did book 3 with me, you'll remember that sharing is very important in Islam. The more we share, okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala likes us more. and he gives us more and more. Okay, because he knows that you're a generous person. And Zaina says sharing is caring. Okay, that's correct. So the more we share, Allah will give us more. Okay, we should not become jealous of each other. We shouldn't, like, for example, you have a brother or sister who has worked very hard, and then is their birthday coming, so it's their birthday, and because they worked so hard, your parents give them a nice gift, and then you say, no, why did you give them a gift? Okay, get me one as well. Okay, we shouldn't get jealous. We should be happy. Yes, well done, brother or sister. You worked very hard. Okay, and it's your birthday, so the parents is giving you, the mom or dad is giving you gifts. I'm very happy with you. Well done. Okay, we should be happy with them, and then they'll be very happy. They'll say, oh, I'm so happy, thank you very much, and they'll probably say, okay, we can share this, you know, you can use it with me. But if you don't, then maybe we'll start fighting, and then we will say other things. Okay, some of us are joining in now. So please remember that the class starts at 5:30. Okay, so far we just covered the homework from previous week and the rights of mother and father, and we are on the rights of siblings now. So if you have missed it, then please watch it on YouTube later on, inshallah. Okay, so also if you joined in late, please type your name in the chat box so I can use that as a register. So our Prophet has said that if one is a believer, he loves his brother he loves for his brother what he loves for himself. So if we are really good people, if we really want to listen to God, then we should ask for our brother or sister what we want for ourselves. So if I want, like, to get good grades, I should make a dua that my brother or sister should get good grade. Okay, if I want good clothes, if I want to have good akhlaq, if I want to have whatever for myself, then I should ask the same for my brother or sister. Okay, so inshallah, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to come to this task now. So drawing. If you have a pen and paper, maybe you can draw. Or if you want to just talk, you don't want to do the drawing. So this activity is about my family. So spending more time with family. So you can draw a picture now. So we'll give this activity 4 or 5 minutes. So you can do that on a piece of paper now and show it. If you don't want to draw, you can talk now. So you can talk about a time where you spent with your family doing an activity, and then what did you do, and then what did you enjoy about it, or what did you learn, and so on. Okay, so let's see who wants to share. Mohad Ayan, you want to share?
Sharing is caring.
Yeah, sharing is caring. Are you in this topic? So do you want to share something about an activity you did with the family and it was very good, or you enjoyed?
I like to go with outings, like sometimes out of country or sometimes long route or going to parks. I like that things with my family.
Okay, very good. Yeah, so we have spending time with family, going out, and that's a good thing to do. Mariam.
One time when it was my baby brother's first birthday,
Yeah.
we had a picnic in London. We went to London,
Yeah.
and all of my relatives in England, they came, and we had a big picnic, and my other cousins, we had bubbles to play with. We all had bubbles, me and my cousins, we had bubbles to play with.
Very good.
And my uncles and my family all came.
Okay. So you had a good time, yeah?
Yeah, it was really fun.
Very good. Very good. It's very good to spend time with family like that so you can have. Yes, dua.
I'm drawing a picture that we're just like going on a long drive with my whole family.
Yeah. Where did
And
you go?
I don't really remember.
Okay, that's fine. Did you enjoy where you went?
Yeah, it was really fun. We had a picnic as well with my dad's friend,
Yeah.
and also we went on a park. My dad's friend had 2 daughters, and we play with them on slides and stuff like that.
Very good. Very good. And we have Minahil. You don't have to talk now, Ishal. You can do it later. You can do the drawing later on, inshallah. Anybody who's like to do the drawing, they can do it later as extra, and they can share with us next week if they like. Minahil?
We went to Pakistan and we saw all our cousins there, and then we went to a wedding.
MashaAllah, very good. Did you enjoy Pakistan, going to Pakistan?
Yes.
Very good. Which city did you go? Do you remember?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been to Pakistan as well, to a few places. If you have good family, you have big family there, you get good. You can spend good time there. Zaina?
So I drew a picture of when we went to Spain, and I went to this hotel where there was lots of activities for children, and I had my own shirt which said my name.
Wow, very good. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, it's good to go with family out time. So we have Hadi says we recite Quran with the family together. MashaAllah, that's very good. So you recite together, you learn together. They say that when when somebody is having a baby, like a mother's having a baby, if they recite Quran, then the baby inside the mother's tummy, he or she picks up that Quran as well. Okay, that's why you see there's like, you see some people at the age of like 5, 10, 7, 9, they know the whole Quran by heart, okay, because their parents have recited the Quran at a very early age. So inshallah, so you need to start practicing reciting more Quran, because you know it has lots of benefits. We discussed that already. Zahra says she went to park and had a birthday there, and then they had lots of fun. Okay, very good. And then Hadi says he went to Legoland with the family. Very good. We live in IN2SA, India. Where's IN? Long drive. And some of us have gone for long. Some of us have gone to a long drive in the nighttime. Yeah, I haven't been to many long drives. I don't know, baby. And anyways, so well done. Thank you for sharing. So do spend time with family. It's just very important that we do spend time with family. Okay, and then I will come to the homework later on. That will be one of your tasks, to spend time with family and then find out something about the family members that you don't know. Okay, so maybe like their favorite color, favorite food, favorite holiday spot, favorite book, and so on. But I will tell you the details in the homework section later on. So now moving to part 2, qualities of a good friend. Okay, so what makes a good friend? So here I want you to think about a good friend of yours, okay, who's your best friend, your very good friend, and I want you to think of qualities. What do you like about them? What makes them your best friend or good friend? So what do you like about them that you want to stay friends with them? So I want you to share some of your thoughts on what makes a good friend here. So let's go. So you can either type or you can raise your hand. Manahil?
My friend is my mom,
Yeah. Why
and
is she your good friend? What do you like about her?
she's really funny.
Okay, so you like someone who's funny, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Actually, my good friend is my mom as well. And I like her as a good friend because she's very kind. Zaina?
My friend is always helpful, friendly, and she never lies, and she always makes me laugh.
Yeah, so cheerful and friendly, yeah? Very good. So we got kind, cheerful, helpful, and funny. So far, some qualities of the friends that we like. Mariam?
My friends, they don't exactly behave nicely because there was an incident where they had a fight over one small thing about what they could play, so they're not really friends anymore. But I'm friends with one of them. And the other one, she just calls me a noob and some things like that. And she shouts at me.
Okay.
So
So I will talk about such a friends in a minute. Maybe such a friends are not really friends, as you said as well. So we'll talk about some qualities of a friend, whether such a people, should we be really friends with them or not. Let's see what some of others have said in the time here. So my friends are helpful. So friends are those who treat you nicely. So some of us, our friends are our mom because they're kind, they're helpful, they teach us stuff, they teach us Quran or books. Some of us, we do not like our friends because they tease us. Okay, that's some of us. Some friends are funny. Okay, uh, some friends, they help you learn. I don't know where is the azan time. Mohat, I don't know where you said you are. If it is azan time, then you can go and pray. If you do praying, if you are praying, and then you can come back. If you're not praying, it's not azan time in the UK at the moment. It's only 6 o'clock. So we will, some of us, we have, as we had, I think, who's mentioned that some friends tease us, some friends, they call us names, okay? Some friends, they maybe annoy us, okay? Some friends get angry at us. So we will look at what are the qualities of a friendship that we should look for, okay? And what should we do with such a people who are like that? So friendship in Islam, why is friendship important in Islam? Okay, in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that on the day of judgment, friends will be one another's enemy. Okay, so on the day of judgment, the friends, they will be each other's enemy, except those who are God-fearing, except those who are good, who keep Allah in their mind all the time. Okay, other friends on the day of judgment, they will start blaming each other. Oh, I did this because you said. The other will say, no, I did this because you said. Okay, that's why it's called, they are as enemy. So we have to be careful. Our Prophet says that a man's is influenced by the faith of his friends. So the Prophet says that if you want to look at someone, if they're a good person, if they're a Muslim or a Christian or something else, you look who their friend is. So if a person has a good friend, then that person is good. If a person has a bad friend, that person is maybe bad. Okay, so maybe this is not always the case, but if, say, for example, if I have a bad friend and I'm not bad at the moment, okay, but if I stay with that friend, with time, I may become bad. Okay, so that's why it is important that we look who our friend is. Imam Ali alayhi salam says, a true friend is one who sees your fault, okay, and gives you advice. So if he sees that you're doing something wrong, they look at that and they talk to you privately and say, like, you know what, you did this, or if you're doing this, for example, if you're in a school and then maybe you do something bad, your friends like brings you to one side and talks to you alone, says, you know what you did today, like that's not a good thing to do, maybe you should do like this. So they teach you, they try to give you good words and good advice. And then if you're absent and somebody says, oh, this person is so bad, they're like this, then your friend stands for you, says, no, don't talk about my friend like that. Okay? So they try to help you, they try to defend you. So such person is a good friend. Imam also says, so we should check our friend, okay? In order to check somebody is a good friend, we should check them in 3 times. We should test them, okay? For example, if I'm in trouble, if I am having a hard time, if I am alone, if I am worried, will that my friend help me? Will they stand with me? Or no, do they only come when I'm happy, when I have lots of like money or sweets or food or toys, and when I don't have anything, they just leave me, okay? So we have to test them whether they will stand with us every time. Behind your back, so maybe if somebody is talking bad about me, what does that person do? Do they stand and defend me, or do they just join in, like, yeah, let's just laugh, let's say bad things about that person? Okay, so these are importance of friendship in Islam. So a good friend is always the one who reminds you of Allah. So any friend who takes us away from Allah, there, for example, is prayer time, they say, oh, forget the prayer, let's just play a game. That person is not a good friend. Okay, you say, let's recite Quran, let's learn Quran together. They say, no, forget Quran, let's go play outside, let's go play football, or let's go watch TV, or let's do something else. That person is not a good friend at all to you. Okay, because they will lead you to the hell on the day of judgment. So we should stay away from such people, indeed. Okay, so these are the qualities of the friends we should look for. So some of you just mentioned some of the qualities that, like, our friends, if they tease us or there's something else. So if your friends do not have these qualities, then don't be friends with them. Okay, so for example, the important one we have here, so we have faith, we have akhlaq, honesty. These 3 are the 3 main and important things that we should have in a person, okay, to be a good person and to be a good friend. So if you're looking for someone to become your friend, then you should look for these things. Do they have good manners? Are they honest? And are they good people? Do they follow the religion properly, i.e. Islam? Okay, do they pray? Do they read Quran? If they can, okay? If they can't, maybe they should be honest and should have good manners. If they are swearing, they're using bad words, they're like hurting people, such people are not good to be around with. Because with time, they will make us bad as well. Okay, and we will become like them. Make sure they're helpful. Are they loyal, cheerful? Some of these you already mentioned. Fun, good listener. They listen to you. If you have a problem, they listen to you. They say, what is the problem? How can I help you? Okay, they are there with you. They're patient. Okay, they listen to you. They wait for you. So we have to choose the 3 most important qualities from here that we want to look in a friend. Okay, so let's see what some of us have said. So if you have any comments, you can write or you can raise your hand and I can ask you. So a bad friend, you may like them, but they teach you bad and get you to ignore root and try to make you bad. That's correct, Yusuf. So a bad friend, sometimes maybe you like them, but they will lead you to bad things and they will make you do bad things. Okay, friends are those to whom get help us, don't tease up, make laughs. Yes, so Zahra says that a friend are those who help you and they do not tease you or make fun of you or laugh at you. Okay, so if such a people, they do that at you, they are not really your friends. Okay, my friend is a fun to play with, Abbas says. So if a friend, yeah, if you play with them, you go out with them, you have fun with them, that's a good friend to have. The person. Okay, bullying is not allowed at all. Okay, bullying is not allowed in Islam. Bullying is not allowed in a school. Okay, if any person, they tease you, they say bad words to you, they hurt you in any way, okay, the 2 people that you have to remember, okay, that you need to tell for definite. Okay, first is your parents. You have to tell your parents that do not hide anything. Even if somebody like they give you a small push or they say a word to you like call your names, okay, just share it with your parents. Maybe they can help you. Okay, parents is the most important one, and then your teachers in school. Okay, tell your teacher that this person is saying this to me, and then thirdly, you can tell that person directly as well. You say stop it. Okay, I don't like it, and if they still do it, then you need to Mohad, you need to make sure you stay muted, please.
Okay.
Okay, so then you need to tell your teacher about it and tell that person. A good friend stands up for you. Yusuf says a good friend stands up for you. Yes, that's important to stand up for you, but you have to remember that not all the time you should stand up for your friend, okay? In terms of, for example, if your friend is lying or they're fighting, you shouldn't stand up with them and fight and lie, okay? Because they're your friend. That's not a good thing to do. Okay, you should help your friend, tell them that don't fight, stop them from fighting, stop them from lying, then you're a good friend. Yes, so Zaina says, a friend who takes you away from the right path, don't be with them. Yeah, you can't go out at the moment to go with your friends, but you can, if you have their number, or if you have, maybe you don't have their number, but you can wait, inshallah. You can be friends with your people close to you. Just a minute, please. Okay, so I know at the moment we're in lockdown, but things are easing up. So inshallah, we'll go back to normal soon. Yeah. Yusuf says, if somebody comes to you every time and they ask for something because they just want something from you all the time, okay, that is a needy friend and they're not really a good friend, they're a bad friend. Okay, bad swearing, bullying, bad honesty. Yeah, that's just true. Okay, so this is the qualities of good friend. So I want you to choose some good qualities, and when you're looking for a friend, I want you to look for that quality, and you need to try and to have that quality yourself as well. Okay, some qualities of the bad friend. So if you find a friend who has these qualities, then you either try, if they're a good friend to you, you either help them to improve on this quality and get rid of it, or if it's not improving and it is affecting you, then you stay away from such a person. Okay, so if they're foolish, okay, they lie, they do bad things, sin, they're stingy, okay, they're disrespectful, they're hypocrites. So they say something to you on the face, and then behind your face they say something else. Okay, that's a hypocrite. So they use bad language. They break promise. So they say they will do something, but then they break it, they don't do it. Okay, so such things are not good. And then we have non-Muslim. Okay, what do I mean by non-Muslim here? So if you have two people, a choice of two people, one is a Muslim and one is a non-Muslim, then you should go to become a friends with a Muslim. So remember the hadith of our Prophet that our faith is influenced by our friends. So maybe if you stay with your non-Muslim friend, like with time, maybe they will talk to you, maybe they will have an effect on you. Like, for example, you go out, you sit with them, like they don't say Bismillah, and maybe if you say Bismillah, you will feel shy. So maybe one time, two times, you will say afterwards, like, you'll say Bismillah, and they look at you, and then maybe slowly you'll say, okay, I don't want to just say Bismillah. Maybe you'll start saying just in your heart, okay, I'm not going to say it loud, I'll just say it inside. And then slowly with time, you will start picking up their habits, and then you will follow what they do, okay? Because you want to be with them, you want to be their part. So that's what I mean by that. So it is better to be with the people that you want to be like them. So if you are with someone who's smart, who's respectful, who's honest, who's kind, who's a good Muslim, then you will become like that. You will start picking up their habits, okay? So you need to look at if any of your friend has these qualities, then you try and help them to get rid of it. And we look inside ourselves. If we have any of this, for example, we swear or we do any of the other things, then we try and improve ourselves to become a better friend for somebody else, for one of our friends. Adnan? Adnan, you have a question?
No.
Okay. Mohad?
That's not true.
Mohad, you have
But
a
they
question?
help me. That's not true. I have non-Muslim friends, but they help me.
You have a non-Muslim friend and they help you?
Yes.
In what sense? And what is
Yes.
not true?
They only some, like most of the friends help me to good path. And they are not like this, don't go to prayer, don't go to this, don't go to that, but they help me.
Very good. Then that's a good thing. So it means you have found a good friend. So if they don't stop you, then that's a good friend. Okay? So that, okay, you need to be careful. Okay, so you need to find a good person who will lead you to Allah. So a person who leads us to Allah is a good friend. If they take us away from Allah, that's not a good friend at all. So we have to be careful. Okay? If they're non-Muslims, they do good deeds and do not lie, you're allowed to do that. Yes, you can be friends with them if it doesn't mean that you can't be friends with a non-Muslim. I have non-Muslim friends as well. Okay, but if you have a choice between the two, whether you become a friend with a non-Muslim or a Muslim, then you should choose a Muslim. Okay, but if you have like a bad Muslim who lies, who doesn't pray, okay, who does all the bad things they do, they swear, okay, then you have somebody, as Mohad says, like they're helpful, they don't stop you from praying, they're kind to you, they're nice, they have good manners. Okay, in such a case, it is better to be with that person than the bad Muslim who's swearing all the time. Because then if you stay with the Muslim, although they're Muslim, you'll just pick their character. You'll start lying, you'll start swearing, whatever they do, you'll do that as well. Okay, so you have to look at everything, not just one thing. I have a Polish friend and she's learning to be a Muslim. Yes, mashallah. So if you have that, that's very good. And if you have good akhlaq, good manners, then your friends become like you. So we have in the book of our fourth Imam that I mentioned earlier, Risalatul Huquq, the rights of others. In this, it mentions the rights of friends. So if somebody is really a good friend, this is what they should do, okay? They should respect each other. So that means no swearing at each other, not like annoying each other or picking on each other, okay? They should protect each other, okay? So if somebody's in trouble, they should help them. If they are away, for example, I go out and my stuff is here, they should protect my stuff. If somebody is like swearing at me and I'm not here, they're saying bad things about me, then a friend should protect you. They said, don't say that about my friend, okay? What you're saying, not truth. If I'm having a hard time, okay, somebody is troubling me or I am worried, they should come and support me. For example, if you're in a school, yeah, you're walking and you fall down, a friend should come and pick you up and help you. Are you okay? Is everything okay? No, start laughing at you with others. Ha ha ha, what happened? Or you fell down. Okay, such a person shouldn't do that. They should help each other. So if you see a friend of yours who falls down or does something happens to them, support them, help them, okay? If they're struggling with something, with a homework, with a problem, for example, they come to you, they say, somebody is bullying me or somebody is swore at me, what should I do? You should advise them. Tell them to go to a teacher, tell a teacher, go tell your parents, okay? Or you can go to that person directly. You know what you did, what you do, for example, if you're calling me names or if you're doing this or you're annoying me, that is annoying me. Please don't do that. I don't like that. Okay, tell that person directly. If they still don't stop, you can go and tell your teacher or friend. Friends forgive each other. Okay, for example, a friend makes a mistake, you should forgive them. Okay, don't hold grudge that, okay, you did this and then I'm not going to forgive you at all. So forgive each other is a good thing. Keeping secrets. If they tell you something or you tell your friend something, then they should keep that secret. They shouldn't go and like tell the other friends, or, you know, this person said this person said this. That's a very bad thing if we do. If we share people's thing with others, that's a very bad thing. Okay, visit them. If they're sick, we should go and see them and look after them. And if they die, we should pray for them. And we should go and see them. Lots of people support me because I have good friendship. Yes, that's very good, Ishal. So if you build a friendship with the people, okay, people will love you. So if we improve ourselves, we have good manners, good akhlaq, we speak nicely, we speak the truth, okay, people will become our friends and they will be around us, okay. If people tell you that, like when I was young in the school, okay, like my friends used to tell me, if you want to be friends with us, you know, like don't listen to the teacher. If you want to be friends with us, like let's just skip the class and then go and hide somewhere in the school garden. Okay, if you want to be friends with us, like do this, all the bad things. Okay, like don't do your homework. Okay, so then we can all tell the teacher, oh, you never told us there was any homework. Okay, such a friends are not a good friend at all. So we shouldn't listen to them. We should tell them, we should turn it to them, say, if you are my friend, then do your homework. If you're my friend, don't miss your class. Okay, if you're my friend, then respect the teacher. If they don't do it, then don't be friends with them. Okay. So this is something that you can do later on, inshallah, as a part of your homework. I was going to plan to make you help you find a friend in this class. Okay, so you can say that, okay, we have this friendship together. Okay, I'll come to you, Adnan, in a minute. So this is something you're going to do. Okay, so you can write it to me. I'll find a way that you're going to get it to me. I did say we're going to do the class dojo, but I don't think it is working. But please do this one for me, and then we will share and see if we can find someone who will match and become your friend in this class. Okay, so you need to write your name. Okay, you can write this on a piece of paper, and then I will tell you how you can share it with me, and then I will sort it out later on. So you need to write 2 qualities that you're looking for in a friend. So what kind of friend do you want? And you also need to write 2 qualities that you have that the friend, somebody else is looking for. Okay, so this is something that you can do as part of your homework, and then inshallah I'll tell you how you can get it to me. Adnan? We're doing it soon, inshallah, Nabiha. Adnan, yes, please.
Or if you have a friend and he is a Muslim and he lies.
If you have a friend and is a Muslim and he lies, then you tell them that lying is haram in Islam and you should not lie, and you should try and help them. If they encourage you to lie, then you should not lie. You should try and encourage them and help them stop lying. But if they have more, they're not changing at all, then stay away from such a person. Mariam?
I'd like to do the homework too because I'd like a friend in the class, but how can you like send it? Can you send it a class dojo and then I can just print it?
Yeah, the class dojo at the moment is not working. So if you can take a photo of the screen, or you can just write it. So you need to write your name, and then you need to write 2 qualities that you're looking for in a friend, and then 2 qualities that you have that maybe somebody else is looking for in a friend. Okay. And then maybe next week I will tell you how you can get it to me, and then once I got them, then I can see who matches with who, and then hopefully we can make a friend in this class.
Can you put this screen on here so I can just get a paper and pen and just copy it?
Yeah, can you not see my screen now?
I can see it. Can you keep it and then I can just quickly get a pen and paper?
Maybe I'll come back to the screen later on. So you just need to write 2 qualities that you're looking for a friend. You don't have to make it like this. So just 2 qualities that you want in a friend and 2 qualities that you have in you as a friend.
Okay.
Okay, remember the qualities we mentioned. So somebody who's honest, helpful, cheerful, funny. So, or those things that we have. Okay, so this is the last bit, and then we're going to do the Kahoot. Using free time effectively. We see that we don't have any time. Okay, the time is just running. Every time we want to do something, the time just runs and runs, and we don't find any time. Let's see who's good with the maths and numbers. So how many minutes are there in an hour? And how many hours are there in a day? How many hours are there? So we have Yusuf, the first one, with the correct answer. Zahra, second. Sikad Manahil, very good. Saba, mashallah, very good. We all know the answers. Mashallah. So there are 60 minutes in a day, sorry, the 60 minutes in an hour, and there are 24 hours in a day. Okay, and then if you do in a week, anybody knows how many hours in a week? 24 times 7. So we can do 2 times 7, which makes it very good. Yusuf got the answer very quickly. So there are 168 hours in a week. Okay, so you can see how many hours we have in a whole week. But then when we go around, we find that there is no hours left. Why is that? Why is the time always running? Okay, why don't we ever get time to sit down? Why don't we ever get time to do our homework? Why don't we ever get time to play game? Why don't we ever get time to spend with family? So we have a whole 168 hours in a week, but still we don't get any time. Okay, time is very important. We have to look at our time. Okay, the Prophet says that there's 2 blessings that people neglect. First is the time, and second is health. When we have good health, okay, my eyes are working, I can talk, my ears are working, I can walk, okay, and then I don't actually realize that I have this blessing. And then when I get ill, I say, oh, actually, no, it was so good to be healthy. And then free times like that, when we don't have any time, okay, then we realize how important time is. When we get free time, we waste it. We watch TV, maybe we just sit down doing nothing. We play games all the time. Okay, those are kind of wasting time. Our Prophet, okay, this is something for you as a help that you can do. So our Prophet used to split his time into 3 sections. Okay, so for example, if you have, say, 9 hours, he used to do 3 hours praying to God, 3 hours with a family, and then 3 hours spending for himself, like maybe helping himself, trying to read book or trying to help others. Okay, so he split his time into 3 sections. 1 section for God, 1 section for family, and then 1 section for himself and other people. Okay, so if you find someone who's always just praying, they don't do anything, they don't care about the family, they don't care about work, they just go like pray, fast, pray, fast and pray. Allah does not like that. Okay, if you have someone who's just working, they don't give time to prayer, Allah does not like that as well. Yeah, if you have someone who just helps all the other people outside, but they don't have time for their family, Allah doesn't like that as well. So Allah wants us to do all of them. Allah wants us to give time for prayers, time for family, and time for looking and helping other people and ourselves as well. Okay, we have some hands up. Let's see if we have any question. Dua, you have a question?
I have a question about the homework because my mom is not added in the group, so I can't send my homework.
Yeah, the class dojo is unfortunately it's not set up, so that's not working. I will find another way that you can send me the homework. I did say I will set up the class dojo, but there is some issues. But we'll find another way that you can send me the homework. I will tell you next week, inshallah.
Okay, thank you.
And Raza?
Oh, I was gonna say like a time, like actually I forgot it, like I forgot what.
Okay, if you remember, then you can say it. No problem. Adnan?
Hello?
Yeah, you have a question?
No.
Okay. Sabah says Allah wants us to spend our time wisely. That is correct. Okay, we could do things we need. Very secret says. Okay, so yes, Allah wants us to spend our time wisely, not waste it. Okay, so our time in this world is limited, so we need to prepare it. Okay, we can't say, well, like, I'll do this tomorrow, I'll do this another day, because we could die anytime. We could die tomorrow. Okay, Imam Ali alayhi salam says that be ready, as the whatever you're doing now, this could be your last action. Maybe you will die after this. Okay, but at the same time, like, work hard, work so much hard that you're going to live forever. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that I can't just sit here, well, I'm going to die anyway, so let me just pray, and then maybe I'm going to die and don't do any work, don't study, don't do anything. Okay, that's not right. And I can't just go like, oh, I'm going to live forever, go and just work, never pray. Okay, so we have to do both. We have to do work, we have to study, we have to pray. Okay, and we have to do everything and be ready that we're using our time as nice as possible. In the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks, Surah Asr. So maybe some of you know this surah by heart. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wal Asr. Innal insana lafi khusr. إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. So Allah swears by the time. He says, by the time you will know that the people who waste the time are in loss. Okay, you know you will be in a big problem. The only people who will succeed are those, okay, who are righteous, who do good things, and if something bad happens to them, they are patient. Okay, they wait. Okay, so they are patient. Good use of time leads us to success in this world. So if you make good use of time, you sleep enough. So for sleeping, you should sleep about maybe 8 hours, okay, or extra maybe 9 hours. You shouldn't sleep for 12 hours, 13 hours, because that's wasting time. We should sleep early at night and wake up early in the morning. When you wake up early in the morning, you have a longer day and you can do more actions. And then if you work so hard, then if you have more time, you can help people, you can teach people, you can do other things for people, you can help your parents, you can help in a charity. And when you do all of these, then you have everybody likes you in this world, you're having good time in this world, and then Allah will like you, and in the hereafter you'll have a better life as well. Okay, so time changes. This is something very important that I want you to remember. If everything is very easy for you now, you should know that it is thanks to God, and then you should remember that this could change. Maybe you will have bad time as well. But at the same time, if something is very bad happening to you now and you're having very difficulty, then you should remember that that time will change as well. So time will change. It may be good, bad, okay, or it may be good, and then maybe bad, okay? So it will change and change. So if you see something coming and you can do it, for example, like this, you found this online courses for book 3, you find this summer camp, so you've taken the opportunity, you've come to learn more, so you've taken that. Other people, they're just sitting at home, maybe wasting their time. Okay, so you're learning something new. But if there's something, sometimes it's hard, like with the lockdown, like we can't go outside and do a lot of other stuff we want to do, so we should be patient, and we should wait, and then pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He takes us out of this trouble. Okay, so we have to do both. Maryam?
So does that mean Allah wants us to do as many good things as you can?
That is correct,
when
Maryam.
you have time, and then in
Correct.
the afterlife you'll get so much.
That is correct. Yes, Maryam, that's correct. Very good, Maryam. So that's correct. So when you get time, you should do as many good deeds as you can. Okay, helping people, helping family, because at the moment you're young. Okay, so what you can do the best now at this age is that you help at home in the family. You help yourself, try to become a good person, to have good manners, respectful, tell the truth, and then study very hard. Okay, study very hard to become the best person you can become. And then as you grow up, you'll get more time, you'll get more skills, you'll become much better. And then at that time, Allah will bless you, and then He will send more people towards you who will come to you and ask for help. And then as somebody said at the start, I forgot the name, that the guest comes to your house, that's Allah sending them. So when you grow up, people will come to you, they say like, can you come and teach us? Can you give us some money? Because you're working, you will have money. They'll say, can you give us some money for help? So Allah is sending them to you, because then Allah will bless you to help them as well. Okay, so that's very good. So for now, we have to work hard, study hard, and then try to become a good person. When you grow up, then Allah will choose you to help other people as well. Oversleeping is not good for you, Sabah says. That is correct. If you remember, we had a narration that oversleeping will make us lose our faith. Okay, it's bad for us. Who says I wake up? Isha says she wakes up at 7, mashallah. That's very good. Isha, so you have a long day, you can do more stuff. Okay, we are going to Kahoot. So some of us are very excited for the Kahoot. Lying will destroy you and honesty will save you, from Imam Ali Sabah says. Very good. So lying will destroy you and honesty will save you. Remember the hadith from Imam Ali Islam we covered in book 3? Okay, so we had that one. So this is 5 tips for you on how you should manage your time. Okay, number 1, whatever you do, you should start with Bismillah. Okay, Bismillah is very important, that we're asking Allah's help, and then Allah will make that work for us better. So if it's something bad, then Allah will guide us and say, will give us a hint or a sign, stay away from it. If it's something good, Allah will make it easy for us and we will become so good at it. Okay, we should have an aim. What do you want to do? Okay, so for now, what is important for you to do now? For now, for you is important to study. For me, maybe it's something else. For your parents, maybe it's something else. Okay, so every one of us have aims, and maybe something is important now, something is important later. So we should choose what is important now. Okay, so for you now, you should study and become the best person, have good manners, honesty, and everything else. Okay, plan ahead. So pray on time. So those of you who have started praying, okay, this is very important, because if our prayer is accepted, everything is accepted. So if we plan our work around our prayers, and then we do this, everything else, Allah will look after it, because He's the master, He's the king. Okay, but if we forget our prayer, we're forgetting Allah, then we're just trying to find the whole world on our own. But if we do our prayer, then Allah is with us. We don't care about anyone else. Okay, then Allah will help us. Allah will make people like us. Some of us, mashallah, wake up at 5 as well, or half past 6. I usually wake up at 7 after the prayers with us. Balance, okay? You can't always be playing game, you can't always be sleeping, and you can't always be chilling, okay? You have to do everything balanced. So you should do some exercise, you should have some sleep time, you should have some break time, you should have some study time, you should have some family time. So we have to do everything. And lastly, reflect, think about what you are doing. So are you spending your time goodly? So think about your time when you're free and see what are you doing in that time. Mariam?
You know the homework that we need to do?
Yeah.
After Kahoot, can you put the screen on? Because I remember a little bit of it and I've already done it.
Okay, I will show the homework screen now, and then we'll do the Kahoot in a minute. So this, I think this is the last screen, and I'll show that. Abad?
What is a Kahoot pin?
What is a Kahoot?
Pin.
What is a what, sorry?
What is a Kahoot pin?
Oh, Kahoot pin. I haven't shared it yet. I will share it in a minute. Once I get to the Kahoot screen, I'll get it. Okay, So this is what we have to do. Okay, so this is your homework. So if you want to take a screenshot, or if you want to take a photo, or if you want to write it, okay, do this. And then after this is Kahoot, inshallah. So your first homework is that you need to spend time with your family, okay? And you need to find something new about your family. So you need to ask them and your family and find something new about them from your dad, your mom, your brothers and sister. Like maybe you already know some of this. Find something new. Ask them about their favorite color, favorite food, clothes, sports, book, holiday place, okay? Or maybe like where did they study, where did they grow up, what is the name of their best friend, okay? How many surahs they know by heart, and many other questions, something new about your family, okay? So that's something for you to do. The second one was to think about friends, okay? So you need to think of your friends, those friends who are good, and see what do you like about them, and then you need to try and be like that, okay? Have those qualities inside you as well. So if they are very helpful, you try to become helpful as well in your life. If you are already like that, that's excellent, okay? And then think of something bad that you have. For example, maybe you're not always helpful, maybe sometimes you get angry, and then try to improve that, try to change that to something good. So then your friends people who are friends with you, they enjoy and they learn from you. And then part of your homework, which I showed earlier, which we couldn't do in the class. So you need to write 2 things that you want to see in a friend, a quality. And then you need to write 2 things which you have in you as a good quality. And then you need to write your name. You need to write down a piece of paper with you. And then hopefully I'll find a way to get that to me. And they will try to match you with someone in this class with whom you can become a friend, inshallah. And then lastly, you need to think of a free time. For example, when is your free time? And think what you do usually. For example, sometimes when I'm free, maybe I'm just using my phone, okay? So if I'm using my phone for 1 hour when I'm free, okay, now I'm going to plan. So for half an hour, I'm going to use my phone. But for the other half an hour, I'll do something else, something better. Either I'll read a Quran, I'll read a book, or I will help my parents with something, or I will write a story, or I will draw something. So something else that you can do better. Okay, so that's the homework, inshallah. Maryam?
You know the homework where you have to run side, right? What you want your friend to be like, what do you have to write on the other side, the other 2 things?
So something that you have in you. So if somebody is looking for a friend, what can you offer them? So you can say whether you're kind or you're helpful, you're funny. So what qualities do you have?
Okay.
What kind of a person you are? Okay. So that's your homework, inshallah. So this is feedback. So if you're leaving, we are asking for feedback to do. So I'm going to put it in the chat box. So if you're leaving now, you can do the feedback now. So you can click on the link, Fidia, and then you just fill in a feedback form, please. And then those of you who are staying for the Kahoot, we'll do the Kahoot, and after the Kahoot, you can do the form. So let's go to Kahoot. Okay, you can see the game pin now. Okay, so the game pin is that. So if you have to go and you don't want to do the Kahoot, then please fill in the form. And then those of you doing the Kahoot will do the Kahoot first. And then afterwards, we will fill the form, we'll read the dua, and then we'll finish with that. Okay, so Khuda Hafiz, if you are going. Zainab?
Excuse me. Yes, I did not get the game. I did not get the meeting link for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
You did not get the link for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday?
Yes.
Is that for somebody else in your family?
No, it's for me because I did not get the email.
Each day is for a different age group.
Yeah, it's for my sister and me.
Okay, so if you haven't got the link, you need to send an email to the Majlis email address.
Yes, once I did, but and then I asked my friend, and then she gave it to me. But when I asked them, it was like 5 minutes before the meeting had started, so they finally gave it.
Okay, if you type your name in the chat box with your email address, then I will ask the admin for the link and which day you want it. I will ask.
Okay.
I'll speak with the admin. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's make a start. So it seems like everyone is in now. Alhamdulillah. So, questions on this week? Prophet says there are two blessings that people neglect. What are they? Knowledge and time, health and money, free time and health, or money and time. Okay, so the correct answer was free time and health. Okay, so these are the two things which we tend to ignore and forget at times. Next. A true friend will always fight and lie for you, remind you of Allah, defend you in your absence, or support you whether you are right or wrong. Okay, so there's two answers in this one. So they remind you of Allah and they defend you in your absence. Some of us have put the answer that they support you whether you're right or wrong. That is not a true friend. Okay, a true friend should tell you when you're wrong, and they shouldn't stand with you if you're wrong as well. Okay, so keep that in mind, please. How many rights are mentioned in Treatise of Rights by 4th Imam? 54, 53, 51, 52. I mentioned that at the bottom of the slide, I think, if you remember. So it was 51. Okay, so there's 51 rights mentioned in the book of our 4th Imam. You can see your scores on the screen. Prophet said, paying attention to the family will, the death will be delayed. It will increase our risk and sustenance. We will be cured, or the wealth will increase. So which of these, if you pay attention to our family, which of these will happen? We have a split in answer on this one. Okay, so there was two answers for this one. So if you're nice and kind to your family, then the death will be delayed. So we'll die late, we'll have longer life, and then we will have more risk. Okay, so we'll have more sustenance. Prophet has said a man is influenced by the faith. So that was a question. Faith of who? The faith of father, friend, neighbor, or a brother? Okay, it was the faith of a friend. So our friend, although our parents have effect on us as well, but the friends have a lot more effect on us because we actually spend a lot of time with them. Okay. So our parents are the ones who give us the faith in the start, but maybe if you have good or bad friends, we can become better or more bad. How many verses are in Surah Fatiha? 4, 7, 5, or 3? MashaAllah, everyone's got this one correct. Okay, there are 7 verses in Surah Fatiha. You can see the score. So we have Yusuf, Hadi, Nabiha, Ishal, and Abbas. Quality of a good friend is stingy, honesty, good akhlaq, or disrespectful. Okay, this one, all of you got correct. So we have 2 answers here, honesty and good akhlaq. How many verses are in Surah Ikhlas? 3, 5, 4, or 24? Okay, the correct answer was 4. There are 4 verses in Surah Ikhlas. Quality of a bad friend is trustworthy, sinful, helpful, or foolish. Which one of these is quality of a bad friend? Okay, the answer was sinful and foolish. So we have Yusuf, Hadi, Nabiha, Abbas, and Ishal. Number 10, how many hours are there in one day? 168, 24, 60, or 3,600? The answer is 24. Family is important because they make us angry, they make us feel safe, we don't remember, or they make us feel loved. Okay, they make us feel safe and they make us feel loved. So we got the answers, 2 answers in this one as well. Our time in this world is limited. True or false? Okay, it is true. We don't have enough time in this world. Okay, so we have to try and do as many good things as we can. Question number 13. What is the name of the book, The Rights by the 4th Imam called? Risalatul Huquq, Sahifa Sajjadiyya, Nahjul Balagha, Usul al-Kafi. So this is one of the hard questions. If you can remember the name of the book, in Arabic it was. So we have 8 and 6 on the Risalatul Huquq. So the book was called Risalatul Huquq. Okay, Sahifa Sajjadiyya is by our 4th Imam as well, actually. So if you know that one, very good. So we have Hadi, Nabiha, Ishal, Yusuf, and Ryan. This is the last question. To manage your time effectively, you need to have clear vision and aim, balanced life and activities, intention to do everything for Allah, just do things as they come and go. Okay, very good. So this one we had 3 answers. So we should have an aim, we should have a balance in everything we do, and everything we do should be for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, so we have the results here. So 3rd position, Hadi. Second position, Ishal. First position, we have Nabiha. And fourth and fifth, we have Yusuf and Rayan. So very well done to all of you. Let's go back to the PowerPoint. So well done to all of you. MashaAllah, you remembered most of it. So anybody has any final questions before I finish off with the dua? And we can finish the session. Please make sure you remember the lesson starts at 5:30 and please attend on time. Mariam, you have a question?
I don't have a question. It's just something happened when I was playing Kahoot and I'm in 11th place. So when I went down, something happened. So I got it right and I was in 7th place. I got it right and I stayed in 7th place. And then I went down to 8 and I stayed on 8 and then I went all the way back down to 11.
Okay. Yeah, so the Kahoot, if you answer quickly and correctly, you get more points. It doesn't matter where you end up, as long as you try it and then, inshallah, you know the answers. Okay? So it's the speed and the quick, correct answer that you get the most points for. So let's finish with the dua. So we can finish with the dua, Imam Zamana. Maybe you can try reading it all together again if you want. So Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
اللهم وليك الحجة الرحمن تواتر
عليهم في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة
كل ساعة
حافظة
حافظين
قاعدة
قاعدين
وسعينا حتى تسكنوا فيها سبيلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد ما شاء الله. Okay. MashaAllah. So we need to still work on trying to recite it together at the same level. So remember, we have to go together and not rush and quickly. Okay, so inshallah, take care. I will see you all next week, Wednesday at 5:30. And our next week lesson will be on moral, okay, akhlaq. So if you haven't done the feedback, please do that before you go as well. I'll post the link again. So do that before you end. So you can click on the link and then I'll end the meeting anyway. There we go. Okay, Khuda Hafiz everyone, take care. Inshallah, I'll see you all next week on a Wednesday at 5:30.